Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I am taking a first impressions look at another Steam Early Access game. This is the Early Access demo of Lifeless Planet, which as you can see at the top left there is still in beta. As far as I can tell, the Early Access version of this contains kind of the first 4, I believe, levels out of like 15? I don't remember the exact numbers, but basically it contains kind of the early game. The concept of this sounded interesting to me when I first heard about it, and as soon as I saw it pop up on Steam, I was like, yeah, I'll get that, we'll take a look at it. Essentially, an astronaut is sent on a mission to investigate a seemingly habitable Earth-like planet off in a distant solar system, only to arrive and find that it's not only not very habitable, but there's a town of Soviet Russians, or previously Soviet Russians. There's not actually anyone there. So let's just jump in here. From what I read, there's no intro cutscene here, so we just sort of are here already. The final game will have a intro cutscene, and we're just sort of dropped here. I guess we crashed, judging from the look of our lander here.
Oh, my head is killing me. It feels like I have a concussion. And where's my crew?
Oh, so I guess we did have crew with us. So right now, we just think this is a shitty place to have crashed because it seems to be a desert planet. I guess we will go this way, since there seems to be some sort of track.
Crap. An oxygen leak.
Well, shit, I hope that thing over there has oxygen. Okay, so we do have little boosters in our suit. So at least they had a contingency plan in case there wasn't oxygen here. They sent us these oxygen dispenser things. That's nice of them. It also somehow fixed our leak. Alright, where do we want to go from here? It's our crash site back there, and it seems to be the only real landmark around here. Let's see if we can get a better view. Still a lot of desert. I like the sort of the look of this so far, though.
I understand that even at twice the speed of light, your journey will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma. Our heart rate will be slowed dramatically to minimize aging during the flight.
How do you prepare for this one-way mission, knowing you will never return to Earth?
Well, I have a volunteer crew of very skilled and focused individuals. We all have a deep desire to explore, to go somewhere new. And frankly, we also have few attachments here on Earth.
The voice acting seems pretty decent for an indie project like this, especially since, from what I understand, this is mostly made by one guy. That's a pretty strange looking rock. Oh, I guess we're still following this trail, too. Kinda looks like an uprooted tree, like if you just pulled it out of the ground. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a fossilized tree. Not sure why I sort of slowed down that first time. Oh dear. Well, there is water on the planet. Unless this is like liquid methane or something.
At least my jetpack works. Well, mostly.
So yeah, our jetpack is supposed to be better than this, I guess. But we'll have to make do with little hops. Ah, damn it. Come on. Just gotta... Well, I suppose I don't need the jetpack here. I could just jump. Now we're already off to platforming. Well, at least it's not first-person platforming. I feel like even with the jetpacks, maybe this would be kind of hard to do in a big bulky spacesuit.
Why are there no signs of life on this planet?
Maybe we just landed in the middle of the desert. Don't think I can make this jump. Too far and too high.
Get up there somehow.
Oh, never mind. It's not too high. This feels a lot more complete, I guess, than most of the things that go up on early access that claim to be most of the way done. Well, I guess that's sort of the nature of Steam's early access. There's not really a forced quantification of how complete your early access is. Something shiny up there. I guess that's the way we're going. There was also another path, it looks like, that we could have jumped across, but I guess we'll just keep heading this way for now. Probably nothing down there, is there? It doesn't look like there's any minerals or anything, though there's something in the water. Some sort of life form? Is that a frog? Or something similar to a frog? Well, it just slipped into the ground. Maybe not so lifeless after all. Something over there seems to be generating music. So obviously there are still some minor graphical flaws that probably result from using the Unity engine. Honestly, there isn't a lot of games that wouldn't be better if they weren't on the Unity engine. I suppose this is the sort of thing that would be better if there was no mention of it all until you actually got to it in the game. Like if they just said, hey, this is a game where you explore this new planet only to find it lifeless. No mention of there being a Russian town here.
What is going on here?
It would be more of a surprise, I guess, but less likely to attract interest from the start. This is meant to kind of convey the feelings of old Soviet-era sci-fi. Anyhow, on the flip side of the Unity argument, I'd say the reason that most people use it is, of course, because it's free and easy to use. So, you know, if having to put up with the Unity engine's weirdness means that more games like this get made, then I guess I'm okay with it. A lot of barreled towers in this town.
How do I make it up there?
Oh, into the house, of course. Well, I'd want to get on top of this house, right? Nope. Whoop. I hope we can read Russian. Oh, okay. I guess our fancy tablet here can translate for us. We got half of a security code to a laboratory. Doesn't look like any sort of laboratory around here.
How is this possible?
Alright, I guess we just hooked our tube up to this leaking oxygen canister.
У меня нет слов, чтобы выразить свою гордость в связи с началом наших экспериментов здесь, в этом новом мире. Когда мне описывали зеленый огонь, это звучало неправдоподобно, как будто из мультфильма. Я и не мог представить себе, что увижу такой красочный мир. Я просто ошеломлен его красотой. И теперь нам предстоит трудный путь по оккультуриванию этой планеты на благо нашей Родины. Правительства Запада расценивают наши намерения как агрессивные. Они не признают наш суверенитет, суверенитет Советского Союза. Но за нами стоит так много побед.
The Soviets' ultimate victory against the West, colonization of a new planet. I guess that would have put them a little bit ahead in the space race. Those houses sound like the door open. Well, this one's kind of buried. Now I guess this one just makes creaking noises.
буду стоять во главе этого сюжета.
So it does look like they've been here a while, since they're kind of buried. So presumably, they were built before it was a horrible desert.
Maybe that trackway will lead me to my crew.
I guess we're not gonna find the other number here, because they did say they have to keep them separate. And then we can go off in that direction, too. If this game ends up being kind of an open exploration of this weird planet, you know, with multiple goals, then I can see that being pretty interesting. And from the sound of it, this game is not going to be in early access for a huge amount of time. I think it's said something like 8 weeks to 10 weeks before the finished product will be released. So apparently the other stuff is already
These
done.
graves seem pretty makeshift. Like they were in a hurry to bury the bodies.
Apparently most of it's done, it's just the early levels are being put out for bug testing and stuff. This probably leads to the lab, right? Secret looking door.
It's locked.
Yeah. Nothing much here. Just some ominous music. Nope, that still hurt. Let's go check out that granary silo looking thing. I return to the glorious age of bunny hops making you move faster than walking. Oh no, it's a twister.
There you are. Are you okay? Oh man, this is messed up. Listen, you're almost out of oxygen. I'm pretty low myself, but I'm gonna give you everything I can. I think there may be some air canisters in that town. Okay, you're gonna be all right now. Just hang in there, buddy. We'll figure this out together, all right? Whoa!
Somehow I don't think the air would help too much when he's got gunshot-looking wounds that clearly would have punctured his suit. Or her suit. Alright. Is there anywhere that keeps track of our oxygen? Because we just gave up a bunch of oxygen, so we should be kind of low. It looks like there's a fence around this area, so we can't go too far. There we go. Probably can't head down there. Alright, let's head back to the lab, and I think we'll call it there, because I don't want to go too far into this. It's fairly long for a demo, I've heard, about 2-ish hours, maybe more. Since it is, of course, multiple levels. But I don't want to give too much of that away in case you're interested in this. Down we go. Okay, we do have a headlamp. A fairly powerful headlamp, but I guess you kind of need that in space. that hint at our astronaut having some sort of past. Someone close to him who died that made him decide he wanted to leave this planet. Despite this being kind of a dark area, I get the feeling that this is more of a mystery game than a horror game. I don't think we're going to find any space monsters here. Yep, another jumping puzzle. Jumping puzzle is kind of a misnomer for those, isn't it? It kind of implies that the puzzle itself is jumping, when usually it's a puzzle whose solution is jumping. Even if the puzzle is just, how do I go forwards? Solution? Jumping. Try jumping. Kind of a dreary research lab. Just a big empty room.
3 ночи назад мне удалось запереться в комнате. Может, мне повезет, и они не смогут залезть сюда. Конечно, на самом деле, я всего лишь запер себя в своем собственном склепе. Я понимаю, что мой конец близок. Последние 2 дня...
Alright, so maybe there's some sort of space monsters.
Приходили все реже и реже. Вот уже несколько часов, больше вообще никто не отвечает.
I bet I can make use of this.
В смысле о кончине.
Dynamite.
Чтобы, встречая ее, я не был бы один.
Nope.
So the Russians found some kind of portal that transported them to this planet. And then things went terribly wrong.
So they cheated, basically. They didn't make a spaceship to fly here at all, they just teleported. Oh, it's not up. I was gonna say, do I need more dynamite? Because there was a second pile there. Medical bay.
Вирус распространяется все быстрее. Все попытки сдержать его пока не увенчались успехом. Однако мы не сдаемся. Мои коллеги работают без устали. Здесь мы имеем дело с неземными существами, поэтому многого мы не знаем. Задача очень сложная,
found some sort
но мы
of
ее разрешим.
virus native to this planet.
Разрешить.
As you kind of expect from a space planet with life, there would be new viruses. So you might also assume those viruses aren't well adapted to infecting humans. Sure, let's follow these radioactive footprints.
Great. I think my mind is playing tricks on me.
probably can't slip through that. Oh, I want to run on top of it. Okay. There's a light up there. Doesn't seem to be attached to anything. I mean, built for anything. I guess there's some sort of platforms here. What's this? It's a thing that makes a startup noise and then stops. Oh, hey, look. There's the surface.
There's a way around.
Surprisingly large amount of music in this too for a sort of early access game. I kind of wish I could tilt the flashlight independently of where we're looking though, just so I can tell where I'm going for these sort of jumping areas. Gonna analyze these radioactive rocks. Where did this concept that radiation is sort of this glowing green come from? Because I mean, obviously radiation's invisible. You can only see it with a, you know, device specifically programmed to show radiation, or something like a Geiger counter, which still doesn't actually let you see it. So I guess it must be like a cartoon type thing, right? Where it came from, or like depicted as green because it's bad for you. Alright, we've made it out of the tunnels, and now we're somewhere else. I think that'll do it for Lifeless Planet. I don't want to go too far into here. I'd like to leave a little surprise, even in the early access version. There's something to leave you on. Big old building on the cliffs. A chasm, if you will. I know, it's chasm. Anyhow, it's Lifeless Planet. It's currently in early access. Should be finished sometime in May, I guess, or early June. It's currently going for 15 bucks. That's full price. That's not discounted while it's in early access or anything. So it's not going to go up if you don't feel the need to buy it right now. I believe the developer even says in the early access page, you know, don't buy right now to save money or anything, because it's going to be the same price. Just buy it now if you want to get it on it early and, you know, contribute to bug fixes and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems pretty good for what's in here already. I like the idea of just wandering around this partially colonized planet and figuring out what happened. So this is Lifeless Planet. I've been Shadefire, and I'll see y'all around some other time. Y'all have a good day now, you hear?